Own Your Past, Change Your Future book summary, a not-so-complicated approach to relationships, mental health and wellness by John Delony. Enjoyed the video. Please subscribing to my channel for more great content like this. You'll be notified when I upload new videos. In Own Your Past, Change Your Future, Dr. John Delony weaves a narrative of personal growth and mental wellness, guiding readers through a transformative journey. The story begins with an individual weighed down by the baggage of past traumas and unresolved emotions. As they embark on a path of self-discovery, they learn to redefine trauma, not as an insurmountable obstacle but as a challenge that can be understood and overcome. Through the pages, we meet various characters, each grappling with their unique struggles, whether it's grieving a loss, forging new friendships in adulthood, or changing entrenched thought patterns. One character learns to grieve and heal from past hurt, finding solace in shared experiences and the support of others. Another discovers the power of changing thoughts, replacing negativity with a hopeful outlook that transforms their life. As these stories unfold, readers are encouraged to assess their actions and make conscious choices that lead to positive change. The narrative emphasizes that while we cannot change our past, we have the power to shape our future through intentional action and self-reflection. Feeling overwhelmed, sad, or alone? Having trouble with people, your thoughts, or what you do? Want to get better from things that hurt you before and have a happier future? If you said yes to any of these, this summary is for you. Here's a straightforward 5-step method to help you deal with old wounds and feel better mentally and emotionally. Keep reading if you're curious about how to deal with your past, make a better tomorrow, and feel good. You'll learn how to understand trauma and spot it in your life, how to mourn and recover from pain and trauma, how to find friends when you're older, how to shift your thinking, and how to check and change your actions. You'll also learn how to use the easy steps and activities John Delony shares in his book, and gain from his knowledge and stories from his life and work. Plus, you'll be encouraged by his hopeful message about healing and taking charge of your life. Introduction. Take control of your life stories and shape your future. John Delony thought his house was breaking down. He saw cracks everywhere and asked friends and experts to check, but they all said it was okay. His wife couldn't convince him either. But the cracks weren't just in his house, they were in his life too. He felt like everything was a mess. He couldn't say no to anything, always saying yes to more work, meetings, and tasks. He saw these cracks in other places too, in his friends' lives, at work, in his beliefs, marriage, the economy, and politics. Then one rainy night at 3 a.m., he realized that there was no leak and the house wasn't breaking down, he was. Even with good friends, he didn't know what to do next. You might have felt something similar, like things are falling apart. It's normal, we all go through tough times and feel hurt. This summary will show you how to face these tough times, have better relationships, and live a happier life. You can do this by understanding your past, healing from it, and creating new stories for your future. And it starts with 5 simple steps. Step 1. Take charge of your stories. We all have our own life story. Maybe you felt alone, sad, or had bad things happen like being left by someone you love, hurt by someone, or lost a job. Your life might have been hard from the start, or maybe you've had advantages. Your life is full of stories, things you wish had happened differently, what's happening now, and what might happen in the future. You've probably been hurt before, maybe in ways others can't even imagine. But to move on, you need to accept that these hurts come from your stories. And the way to fix things also comes from your stories. They help you understand the world and shape how you experience it. So, it's important to take control of your stories because then you can change what happens next. Viktor Frankl in his book Man's Search for Meaning says that when we can't change a situation, we must change ourselves. This means looking at yourself honestly, facing your past, and accepting it. This is how you start to get over your past and heal. There are 4 main types of stories in your life: the ones you're born into like your culture or family, the ones others tell about you like what they think you're worth, the real things that happen like buying a house or losing someone, and the stories you tell yourself about who you are. All these stories affect everything about you: how you act, dress, what you drive, where you live, and how you spend free time. Some stories are short, others last longer. But whatever they are, you need to own them and start creating new ones. Let's find out how. Start with a notebook and ask yourself about each of the 4 types of stories. Think about your relationships, like your marriage. how you parent, your family, or your online friendships. Remember, everyone's stories are unique. There are many books about the stories we carry. But imagine your stories like bricks in a backpack. Maybe you were born with many bricks, or maybe not so many. As life goes on, you'll pick up more bricks and maybe drop some too. But one thing's certain, you have to take those bricks out and deal with them to move ahead. Keep writing down any stories you remember. And take charge of those stories. Step 2, face your truth after accepting your stories. It's time to face your current situation. Compare your life now to where you hoped you'd be. Be truthful about your relationships and choices. Accept the reality of your partner, your kids, and your own childhood. This may be hard and painful. You might need to mourn the difference between where you are and where you wanted to be. Grief can look different for everyone. It might be short, like the sadness of missing a child's school event because of COVID-19. Or it can last forever, like the pain from losing someone you love. Grieving is a key part of life. It helps you recognize your loss and start healing. Grieving means understanding that things won't return to normal. You can't compare future stories to past ones. Just like after September 11th when the Twin Towers were gone, only living on in photos and memories, something new had to be built. Your life will change, it's about what happens next. Step 3, build connections. The next step is connecting with others. You might think you're fine alone, but we all need human contact. You may have been hurt before, or maybe being alone has worked for you until now. But for healing and wellness, you need to connect with others, friends, family, coworkers, anyone. Find people who will be there for you and who you'll support too. It might seem hard in today's world, but it's possible. Some relationships aren't chosen, like family or neighbors, but they can become friends too. How do you know who's a friend? Delony suggests 4 questions. First, can you share good news with them? Do they celebrate with you? If not, they're not friends. Second, can you share bad news? Who do you call when things go wrong? Are they trustworthy or just looking for gossip? Friends are those you can be honest with. Third, can you share your darkest moments? Will they listen without cliches or unwanted advice? Fourth, will they show up for you in an emergency? Will they help with big tasks or support your decisions? Here are 6 steps to find real friends. 1. Make finding friends a priority. 2. Look for shared experiences. Join a class or team, go on an outing, or attend events together. Start a group, join a band. Whatever it is, do it together. Step 3. Take the first step. Invite people over. Ask if they want to be your close friend. It might feel strange, but do it anyway. 4. Say yes to invites and new experiences when possible. It's about making memories together. 5. Go out and be around people. 6. Help others. Volunteer somewhere you can use your skills and make a difference. Better yet, bring others along to help too. 4. Think differently. You've learned to own your stories, face reality, and connect with others. Now, change how you think. What does that mean? You know those voices in your head that comment on everything? We all have them. You might not stop them, but you can control them. Try this, close your eyes. Imagine a purple elephant with a yellow hat. Can you see it? This shows you can control your thoughts. You choose which thoughts to focus on, whether it's about wars, climate change, or personal worries. Decide if you'll dwell on them or let them pass. Be careful about what media you consume. Don't ignore the bad in the world, but don't get stuck on it either. Listen to good music, watch positive shows, and read inspiring things. Be purposeful with your thoughts. Ask yourself if they're helping you become who you want to be. If not, let them go. Be open to new chances and ideas. Stop holding on to negative thoughts, remove them and don't let them grow. Here's a way to manage your thoughts. Write them down daily in a notebook. See how they connect to your stories. When written, you can control them better. Consider what you feel too. Are your thoughts true or false? Look for proof. Ignore the lies and face the truths. Step 5. Act differently. Finally, change what you do. Your brain likes familiar things because they feel safe. But if you want change, you need to act. Don't stick with "I'm not into exercise" or "I don't read." Even if true, it's never too late to start something new. Not acting is also an action. Ask yourself if an action is helping you become who you want to be. Be disciplined. Decide now and don't let excuses stop you. Look at what you're already doing. Make a list. Consider how you care for yourself, from doctor visits to sleep. Then, think about your relationships. Are you spending enough time with loved ones? Reflect on your job. Are you satisfied and earning well? What about your spiritual life and home? How do you treat people? Compare who you are with who you want to be. Identify the actions needed to become that person. If unhappy with your job, plan to find a new one. Look for small victories that bring you closer to your goal. Always late? Resolve to be on time. Get a watch, plan ahead, prepare your clothes the night before, and limit social media use in the morning. Regularly assess your actions. Keep what moves you toward your goals and change what doesn't. Small steps lead to progress. Repeat these steps to continue healing and growing. In conclusion, there are 5 simple steps to take control of your past and shape your future. First, own your stories. Second, face your reality. Third, build connections. Fourth, think differently. Fifth, act differently. That's all. But it's important to remember that while these steps seem easy, the journey is tough. Many people won't start it, and some may quit. However, if you follow this path, it can transform your life. The end. Thanks you for watching. Please subscribing, like and shares. See you next video.